get a divorce? That's a good question. It's going to rely on several factors. We'll go through those step by step. But the topic of today's discussion is, how do you know when you want to get a divorce? Please stay tuned. When considering divorce, several questions need to be asked of you, of yourself, of the person who's considering the divorce, or who is at the stage where they want to initiate the divorce. Um, when considering divorce, several questions need to be asked of you, of yourself, of the person who's considering the divorce, or who is at the stage where they want to initiate the divorce. Um, One, why did you get married in the first place? That means, did you have a preconceived notion on what a marriage should be and how it should be run, and all of those factors? Um, did you marry for financial security? Did you have ulterior motives in the process of considering marriage as an option anyway? Were there kids involved? Did you get married for the sake of the children? There are a lot of people who make that mistake and go and they'll get married, just to not have any children born out of wedlock. So you want to ask yourself, what was the reason you got married for in the first place? Let's take into great consideration that, because when you signed your name over, or when your name was signed over, you had a reason why you did it. Okay, you were in love with this person. There was something about this person that made you feel like there could be a future, or you had alternate motives. That's something that only that you can answer. The second question you should ask yourself is, what is the reason that you're wanting the divorce? Is there a problem that is so major that to break up two individuals' lives and to turn their lives upside down, you can't do it anymore? Is it that bad? You need to take real good consideration to see if it's worth fighting for. What's the trade-off? A divorce equals to being a single individual again, getting back into the whole dating aspect and truly finding someone to be with, because we're not designed to be alone. So what is the reason that you would be wanting a divorce? Is it at such a level that it can't be reconciled? Is there abuse involved? Is there character traits or interpersonal skills or communication skills that just can't be overcome? These things can be fixed, okay? When you start to get into abusive relationships or relationships that are physically not healthy, then it's a different scenario. And I suggest that you seek me or myself or someone for counseling and guidance on that. But the second question is, what is the reason for wanting the divorce? Is it really necessary? Can these problems be fixed with two adult individuals who have an open mind and are willing to fight for their marriage? The third question is, who will be affected, or at what cost of a divorce would you follow through with it? Um, I have a bias on this subject, only because I know how it can affect those that are involved in the household, children, each individual as a person, what have you. Okay, when it comes to children being involved, you have to step outside of your own selfish desires and selfish needs and see, once again, revert back to question number two. What is the reason for the divorce? Is it that bad that you will put at risk the future of your children? And I know that sounds a bit extreme, but our children are sponges of what they see and what they go through. They will become directly representatives of all of they've gone through. Be they are a culmination of their past experiences, and that past experiences has to do with the household and the parenting, and that whole aspect. Um, that has this question should have heavy weight, okay? Because it puts in perspective what the problem really is, and the reason why you really got married in the first place. And considering all of those things, and then you put on top of it that now you have human beings, human lives with human psychological paradigms that can be directly affected by the decision that you make based on either a selfish or, well, I'll put it like this: fight or flight. We have two basic instincts: fight or flight. Do you fight for the marriage to save not only your marriage, your relationship, the burden of going through that whole scenario again, culminated with affecting the children? Okay, so this is the third question: who will be affected, or at what cost will you have a divorce? These are questions that you will ask when considering should I get a divorce? Okay.